The sun was rising over the lake community. The golden light touched the calm water as if the world was at peace. But that peace never lasted long here. Because our HOA had Karen, and Karen was a storm disguised as a woman. I was drinking my morning coffee when I saw red flashing lights near the entrance road. My firefighter crew had been called to a nearby emergency. As their lieutenant, I followed in my pickup to make sure the access roads were clear. But nothing was ever simple with this HOA, especially with Karen. She appeared in the middle of the road like she had been waiting. Blonde bob haircut, clipboard in one hand, phone in the other. And that smug look that told everyone she thought she was queen. She crossed her arms, blocking the fire truck. The driver honked the siren twice, but she did not move. She barked out, "No heavy vehicles allowed. This is private HOA property." The board voted no big trucks. They ruin our pavement. My blood boiled. I shouted, "Karen, there is a fire call down the road." "Lives are at risk," she smirked, tapping her pen against the clipboard. "Not my problem," she said. "Use the public road." The public road she spoke of was nothing but a gravel path, blocked by fallen trees from the last storm. The only path was the road she was standing on. The fire crew looked frustrated. The lights painted their faces with red and blue. Every second wasted could mean disaster. I tried again. "Karen, move. This is life and death. If you block us, you are interfering with emergency services." She lifted her phone, recording us, calling it trespassing. She bragged about showing the footage to the HOA lawyer. That was the last straw. I radioed dispatch, reporting civilian interference. A criminal act. Her eyes widened. But before deputies could arrive, the wind shifted. Smoke hit us, thick and black. Rolling from the north side of the neighborhood, the dispatcher confirmed. Structure fire. Address 112 Lakeview Drive. Everyone froze. My jaw dropped. That was Karen's house. Her grin vanished. Her head turned and she saw the black smoke rising over the trees. She gasped, "Oh my God. That is my house." She dropped the clipboard. Panic hit her like a hammer. She cried, "Please, please go. That is my home. My cat, Mr. Whiskers, is inside." The fire truck sirens wailed again. The crew moved fast. But we had already lost 5 minutes. And in a fire, 5 minutes is an eternity. I shouted, "Clear the barricade." 2 firefighters jumped out. They pulled down the cones Karen had placed to keep non-residents out. The truck pushed past her. She stumbled aside, sobbing. The smoke was darker now. Neighbors were running with hoses. Some filmed with their phones, whispering about karma. By the time we reached her property, flames had already eaten the back deck. The heat was fierce. Windows shattered. Siding melted. Her perfect HOA lawn looked like a battlefield. She ran to me, clutching my arm, crying, "Save it, please. My jewelry, my HOA files. Everything is in there." I cut her off. "Back up, ma'am. Let us do our job." She froze, tears running down her cheeks. The crew blasted water against the roaring flames. I watched as the house she bragged about, the one she used to lord over everyone, crumbled. The neighbors whispered louder. She blocked them herself. One said, "Karma." Another muttered, "She deserves this." Karen screamed at them, "Shut up. This is my house. You should help me." But no one moved. Everyone remembered the fines, the threats, the constant arrogance. Now all she had were flames. The fire crew worked hard to stop it from spreading. They did save the other houses. Karen's was gone. The roof collapsed with a crash. Sparks flew into the sky. She fell to her knees, crying. But inside me, anger still burned. I could not forget. She had wasted precious minutes. If someone else had been trapped, it could have been death. Everyone knew it. The fire was out hours later. Only a smoking skeleton remained. The neighbors stood in groups, whispering. Karen stormed toward me, eyes red, finger pointing. "This is your fault," she shouted. "If you had not wasted time, maybe my house would be saved." The crowd gasped. One man muttered, "Unbelievable." I told her calmly, "Karen, you blocked the road. You caused the delay." She shook her head, blaming me, blaming the neighbors, shouting, "Why did none of you help with hoses? Why did you stand there?" You will all hear from me at the next HOA meeting. The hypocrisy was shocking. Just yesterday, she'd fined people for mailboxes and hedges. Now she tried to blame everyone else. The fire marshal came, clipboard in hand, saying it was electrical, faulty wiring, nothing to do with sabotage. But Karen snapped, "No, this was not an accident. Someone did this because I enforced the rules. I will sue." The neighbors groaned. Denise, a woman from next door, spoke up. "Karen, enough. You nearly cost lives. Then you blame them. Now you accuse us. Listen to yourself." Karen's face burned red. She spun away, stomping through the ash, then slipped and fell on her knees. For the first time, she looked small, broken. I thought maybe she would say sorry, but I doubted it. The sheriff's deputy arrived, asking questions. "Witnesses say you blocked the trucks. Is that true?" Karen shouted, "I was enforcing HOA policy." "You cannot arrest me. I am the HOA president," the deputy said. "Interfering with emergency services is a crime. Policy does not override law." She looked around, hoping neighbors would defend her. But all arms were folded, all faces cold. "Oh," she cried, "you will regret this. The HOA will sue." But no one believed her. The deputy told her to come for questioning. She gasped, saying, "I am the victim. My house is gone. My cat." And then, right then, a firefighter came out, carrying a soot-covered Mr. Whiskers, alive. The cat meowed and jumped into the arms of a neighbor who hugged him. The crowd cheered. Karen screamed, "That is my cat. Give him back. He is HOA registered property." The deputy warned her. She was only making things worse. The irony was thick as the smoke. She had lost her house, her power, and now her freedom. The deputy led her to the cruiser. She shrieked, "You cannot do this. I will crush you all." But the neighbors just filmed with their phones. The flashing lights reflected in her wild eyes. One firefighter muttered to me, "Karma does not usually come this fast." I nodded, staring at the wreckage. She thought she could control everyone with HOA rules, but she could not control her own fate. That night, the neighborhood felt lighter. Her reign was broken. Smoke carried more than flames away. And I just hoped we would not need to bring the trucks back here again. So if you enjoyed this story, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, The HOA Whisperer, for more stories like this.